What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Your boy Dominicrich, and we have Dave LFC Chats in the house. Back again, Dave. This is, I think, the third time we are doing a video together, and every time we link up, it's always fun. We always have a nice little chat. You know what I'm saying? And always nice to have you on. And I think there'll be a version of this on your channel too. So hello to all the Dave LFC Chats people. So Dave. This is a big game, man. Liverpool versus City, not where Liverpool would actually want to be after 22 games. Exactly where City would want to be, maybe a little further ahead. But we are sitting in a very, very comfortable position with a game in hand, and it's a big game for Liverpool in the grand scheme of things, where you must win this game.
Yeah, it's a must win. Definitely.
A draw won't be good because it would leave things the way they were, and a loss surely would not be good because you have teams ahead of you. You don't only have City to deal with, you have Leicester and you have Man United to deal with, and they are in reasonably good form. So if you go ahead and you lose the game against City or even draw the game against City, then those teams they pick up 3 points in their matches, they're gone.
Yeah.
And then you have to worry about the teams that are behind you closing the gap too. So it's becoming a weird one for Liverpool this season. How you feel?
To be honest, Liverpool are Jekyll and Hyde. I mean, they have been. To be honest, they've been like this. If you look back since the first lockdown when we got beaten by Atletico, that within a week or two of that, and we got the whole country, England, shut down. We haven't been right, Dominic. We just haven't been right. I remember you was beating us 4-1, and then Arsenal beating us 2-1.
Yeah.
I know there's no fans, but we just haven't been. There's been something wrong. Now, we had Van Dijk in those games, remember, but there just has been something wrong. We haven't been 100%. I think the crowds are huge for Liverpool, especially. I think the 12th man, especially at Anfield, is huge, Dominic. I don't want to downplay it. I know fans are huge for sport and for every team, but I think especially Liverpool, the fans are huge. They almost suck the ball into the net. I know it's a famous cliche thing from the 80s, but it's true.
Yeah, it is true. It is true. It's like Liverpool, for some people, they feed off the crowd. They thrive when there's a crowd.
Yeah.
When there's not a crowd, then you're listening to the thoughts in your head. You're hearing everything. You're hearing every little thing the manager is saying. So it could, you become a bit conflicted. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And when the fan provide that energy, when you could look there and a guy like Trent, who is young, could say, everyone's cheering for me, everybody it gives you that adrenaline to go and do wondrous things that you may not have done if there's an empty stadium. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm a sportsman. I know this for sure. I perform better, or at least I wanted to perform better when there's people watching.
Yeah.
See what I'm
I
saying?
mean, it's like doing a live stream with one or two people in the chat.
Yeah.
You're not going to be yourself. You could have 100 people in the chat. You're going to be more exuberant, more energy. The energy is big,
You're right about that. Going back to a live stream, you have say you have 500 people watching you. You better not slip up.
The pressure's on. The pressure,
You better stay on point and stay on key and do your thing. But if there's 3 people, you might say, "Hey guys, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back." You know what I'm saying?
The dog is barking in the back.
Exactly. Listen, I gotta go and deal with the baby. I'll be right back. But if you have 500 people, you can't do that. So it goes back. It's a psychological thing. It's a mindset thing.
Absolutely.
And maybe Klopp is right when he's saying the players could be mentally fatigued, right? But it goes back now. Why aren't everyone on for the other teams mentally fatigued too? You see what I'm saying?
Can I give you my reason? Now, I don't know if it's Klopp's reason, but I've seen the pressers and I've seen the comments. Liverpool, up to say 2 seasons ago, when we won the Champions League, we won the Super Cup, World Club Cup, we got 98 points and still didn't win the league, Dominic. Now, that is just, you guys got 99.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
that's
unbelievable. I think you got 97, we got 98, yeah.
Oh, whatever. But I mean, it was ridiculous points.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
It's going to win the league 99% of the time, except for City. And I think you won 14 in a row to win that. You had to win 14.
Yes, 14.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Then we win the Champions League, which was a nice little bonus, to be fair. But
Yes.
there's a lot of pressure on there. We hadn't won the league in 30 years. For a club of Liverpool's stature and history, it can be overbearing. It has been overbearing for a lot of good teams. We've had a lot of good players. The likes of Gerrard hasn't won it at Liverpool. And then last year, the pressure was on to win the league. It was just, you're going to have to do it this year or you're never going to do it.
Yeah.
And we did it, which was our record points, though, 99 points.
Yeah.
I think mentally, fatigue, what you're talking about, you could switch off. You could have a few players going, well, we did the job. We broke the 30-year course here, baby.
Yeah.
You know, okay, injuries. We could talk about injuries. We could talk about VAR decisions. We could talk about whatever you want. But I think mental attitude, mental, psychology is huge.
It is.
In life, never mind football.
It is.
And I think it has to play a part. I don't know. That's what I think. Maybe.
It is, because then you have the whole COVID-19 things to deal with, the protocol, the bubble to stay within, and it is tough. But the thing is, it's who deals with it the best that goes on to win.
Oh, yeah.
You see? So it's not like City or United or Arsenal or Tottenham aren't dealing with the same pressures. They are. And it might be more pressure on Liverpool, seeing that they are defending champions. The fans, the board would want another title back to back. They would want the title. Yeah. But if you look at history, not many Premier League teams have done a back to back.
I know.
So then
it's very hard to do.
So then the pressure is back on. And I read something on Twitter. I read someone's comment on Twitter on a thread. They were saying City failed to do 3 in a row, and people were taking the piss.
Yeah.
Because we failed to do 3 in a row. Maybe Man City were mentally fatigued. The squad was run thin after seasons, couple seasons of winning domestic troubles, of doing wondrous things, and then the pressure was on to do a three-peat. And then there's a pressure to win the Champions League too. And
I don't think you've got any kudos for winning that domestic treble. I know Liverpool won the Champions League that year, and I think Liverpool, as a Liverpool fan, I think we even got more kudos for winning the Champions League than you did for the treble. Yes. I don't know. That's what it seemed like to me. I don't know.
So
I have the Champions League behind me. It's in behind that door, baby.
Yeah, that was a good performance that season. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking psychological here. So the players will break down. And Man City picked up 80, what was that? 82 points or so?
Yeah.
82 points after getting 198. So it was a big drop off.
Yeah.
So I think the players, they got the rest. Their minds got the rest it needed. And then they came back this season. I think the lockdown, City may have used the lockdown to their advantage.
Better. Yeah.
Much better. They beat Liverpool 4-0. They were a very good team after the lockdown as well. And they didn't start the season the best, but Pep pulled things back together.
You laid the foundation. You laid the foundation, right? Without going too mad. I remember the 5-2 against Leicester, which I couldn't believe. Yeah. I mean, that was just out of this world of a scoreline. But other than that, you have been fairly steady, to be fair now. Especially in defence. Yeah. In defence. Your defence has just that'll win you the league. Your defence will win you the league. There's no doubt about it.
And you know what they say? You need a great defence to win a title. And that's what we've been doing. The defense have been very good. Kudos to John Stones. Kudos to the new boy, Ruben Diaz.
Yeah.
And I could remember when we were talking about Ruben Diaz and Jota and Thiago and all these guys. And I was just saying in my live stream, I think Jota has been a better signing than Thiago, to be honest.
We missed Jota. So bad, I'm telling you.
Jota is the missing piece. I know Van Dijk is missing. Gomez is missing. But you could have barely got away without those guys, because Fabinho went and did a great job in central defense. Henderson is doing a fairly okay job back there too.
I'd rather him in midfield, to be honest. But anyway.
Yeah. But it took things away from the game. You fill up the center back and you took the midfield away. And then Thiago may have worked better with a Fabinho and Henderson in the midfield when, if you look at the stats, when Thiago was out, Liverpool lost only one game that Thiago missed.
Yeah. We haven't done too well with Thiago in. I know
exactly.
That. I know.
So my whole point was maybe Liverpool didn't need that signing. Maybe they didn't. Maybe that Thiago signing should have been another centre back. When you brought Thiago in, your midfield was already very congested. The only thing the midfield lacked, and people criticized the midfield for, was creativity.
Yeah.
So unless I see Liverpool chalking up wins with Thiago in the team, I cannot rate him like this in the Premier League. And people fail to realize that. He's in the Premier League now.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing. The only thing I'll come into the defense of Thiago is it is hard to judge him in a stuttering Liverpool team. I mean, we're not exactly firing on all cylinders.
True.
We don't have our centre-backs. We're playing central midfield as a centre-back. I mean, you had a problem a few years ago with Laporte being out injured. You were playing Fernandinho. You weren't the same. There's no way you were the same.
That was last season. That was what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, you know, I won't judge him until I see him in the full team with the Van Dijk's back, with the Jota's back, in the 11. How good are you now? And playing further forward, supplying the tree rather than at the back trying to mop up, because he's that's not the type of player he is, Dom, you know?
Yeah. So, with all that being said, City's record haven't been too bad against Liverpool since, I think, the last 5 games or so.
Yeah.
We haven't done too bad. We did.
You've only lost once, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, once.
3-1. 3-1 last year. Yeah.
And we haven't done too badly against this Liverpool team. So, my assessment, the way City have been playing,
yeah,
I don't think we are going to lose this game. It can happen. I'm not delusional. Let me repeat. It can happen. I respect this Liverpool team enough to know they could rise to the occasion and they could knock City off their perch on the day and win the game. Like they beat Tottenham, like they beat West Ham when they were under the pressure. But then there's a lot of factors. Haven't scored at home in the last, 3 games or so?
Oh, terrible. Home record's gone backwards, yeah.
Like,
gone backwards.
Back-to-back home losses against Brighton.
It's 3.5 years since we lost the last one at home before.
Exactly.
The Burnley game.
And now you go losing back-to-back games.
I know. Listen, the only thing I would say, and you should know this, Liverpool play well against bigger teams that come on them and don't sit back like Burnley. Yeah. You know, and like Brighton, that'd be the only fear I would have for City, because they're not going to be afraid of Liverpool. They're going to come at Liverpool. Yeah. But City have to be fair. They're favourites going into it. There's no doubt about it. They're favourites. You look at the form coming into the game. They're favourites. There's no doubt about it. A draw is no use for anybody. Well, maybe a draw it suits City in a way. It depends what way the game is going. I mean, if Liverpool are winning 1-0, City getting late equaliser, you take the draw type of thing.
Yeah.
But a draw is no good to Liverpool. It's win or die for Liverpool. Will they win the game? Will they win the game? I think everything will have to go right for Liverpool on the day. They'll have to get the selection right, the defence right, the midfield right, the front 3 boys. Looks like Mane, Fabinho and Alisson are back, by the way.
Wait,
we need the 3 of them.
Before you give your prediction, right? Because we get into that point where we want to wrap things up. We could go all day. You and I, we could go all day.
Especially with a few beers. I could go all night, baby.
Yeah, I could hit up the wife like, yo, bring me a beer or bring me. You know what? Since you're Irish, bring me a Guinness. Bring me a Guinness right now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I do have the Guinness in the fridge upstairs. You know what I'm saying? But look, selection here. We know Pep has a plethora of quality players to his disposal. The only thing I'm not happy about is the Aguero situation, where he's not been fit this season, and Kevin De Bruyne. But I have a sneaky feeling De Bruyne would be on the bench. I have a feeling that both these players could be on the bench.
I thought they were ruled out in the press conference today, the 2 of them. I heard that somewhere on Twitter.
I didn't watch the press conference yet.
Yeah, I'm almost certain two of them are missing this game. Now, well, you should be saying to yourself, listen, we've tough games coming up, starting with Liverpool. If we can get through 3 or 4 of these games up to the United game and have Kevin De Bruyne and Aguero coming back like 2 signings, it's home free. It's home all the way. Because I think if you can get through Liverpool, even say a draw, don't lose the game, go into the others, win, and the United game, he's a good record against United recently and beat United. I think you're home and host. Liverpool will have to be at their best, and they haven't shown it enough for me to be full of confidence going into this game. You know that? I personally think it might be a 1-1 draw. That's what I think. A score draw. Oh. Unfortunately, that doesn't do anybody any good.
Yeah. In terms of the selection, I think Pep has a lot of players to his disposal. We could see anybody on the day, with the exception of De Bruyne and Aguero, who are doubtful. But we could see any 11. And I think that the City squad is very deep. Very quality, a lot of quality on the bench, a lot of quality in the 11.
It's the bench. Look at our bench. Look at our bench the other night against Brighton.
Yeah.
That bench. We had Origi on the bench, Ox on the bench. That's all we had. We Curtis Jones, okay, he should have come on at halftime. He didn't. We don't have the bench. That's where Jota comes in. Jota.
The bench looked really light. You look light on the bench. You look really, really light. So how are you feeling really quick in terms of who Klopp would feel for this game, and then let me know your prediction. And
do you want me to give you the 11? We start at 11.
You're starting 11. Let's let me know you're starting 11.
Right. Well, I'm presuming Alisson's coming back. I heard today he's okay, so I'm presuming Alisson's back in. Alisson in Wonderland is in goal. So the back 4 for me is obviously Robbo Trent. Now Trent will have to up his game. He did for the Spurs and West Ham game, but he was brutal. He was brutal the other night.
Yeah.
And as you know, for Liverpool, Robbo Trent play, we play. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Now, the big question for Klopp is the 2 centre halves. Fabinho looks like he's back. I think Fabinho goes back in there. There's no doubt about it. And I think he's gone. I'd love to see Henderson in midfield, but I think he'll fear of the way City are so attacking. He might have to put Henderson and Fabinho there, and we missed him in midfield. Yeah. And that's my problem. And I think he'll go Thiago. He'll go Gini. And he'll go Curtis Jones. Yeah. And he'll go the 3 amigos up front. That's what I think.
Yeah. You're spot on. You're spot on, Dave. And I think Klopp has a selection conundrum on his hands here, where he brought in 2 centre-backs. And for the first 2 games, since these players are at the club, they won't start.
I can't see it. But you never know. You never know. Come back.
I personally, I want Klopp to start them. Stop.
I know you do. I hope they start. If they start, and I hope you have top.
Because I'm telling you, bro. Gabriel Jesus, Sterling, Gundogan, Foden would slice and dice these guys up like a sushi chef. I'm telling you this.
Can I just say something about John Stones, by the way?
Yeah.
John Stones has been a rock at your defense.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yay! He has been a rock. No, seriously.
Definitely.
He has been a rock, yeah.
Definitely.
I didn't rate him. I didn't rate him up to this. And it obviously helps having Diaz there. He's a good defender as well. But I mean, it's going to be hard to score against you guys. But as I said, Dominic, this game, you could say form might go out the window. I mean, it's, everything points to a City win, doesn't it? Really? I mean, if you're a pundit,
it does.
The bets and all that. But that doesn't always, as you know.
I know. But lost to Brighton, lost to Burnley at home. I'm going to go for City to beat Liverpool 2-0. Liverpool will not score again at home. They will lose 3 in a row. These things haven't happened in a very long time. It's an anomaly that's happening this season, But I'm going to go for Man City to continue their great form and stay on top of the league, go up to 50 points, becoming, of course, the first team this season in the Premier League to hit 50 points and stretch the lead ahead of United, Leicester, and, of course, Liverpool, who are struggling this season. But I would also like to put Liverpool could bounce back. They could easily bounce back here, and they could win the game. But Dave's going for a draw, a 1-1 draw. Dave is on the fence. I'm over the fence. I went to the circuit board. I cut the wires. the electricity stopped, so I can't get electrocuted, and I jump over the freaking fence. I put a big blanket and I jump over the barbed wires. I'm over the fence.
Listen,
okay?
I'm on the fence for the draw, but I'm just looking at, as you said, stats. I'm looking at confidence. I'm looking at form. I'm putting them in a pot and I'm mixing them out and I'm getting a 1-1 draw. Now, don't tell me I don't want Liverpool to win, because I do.
You do.
But I'm just telling you, I think it could be a draw, and it might be a great game, is what you're saying. You might cancel each other out.
Before we end today's video, you have to look at Fabinho, Mane, Alisson coming back from injuries. They won't be as sharp as they were, you know, when as sharp as they should be, as we know they are. You know what I mean? So that's another factor. That is another factor.
It is. But I think Alisson wasn't injured. I think Alisson had an illness, a tummy ache or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, still though, you missed a game. Still.
Yeah, you missed a day or two training, I suppose.
Still. So, guys, I appreciate you guys sticking around to watch this one. You know, we could have went for a longer time, but Dave has things to do. I have things to do, and I know you have things to do too. So, I do appreciate you. Whoa. Look.
He's gonna kiss the crest, baby.
Yeah, but I'm on vacation right now. I'm feeling good. You see, that's why I'm dressed like this.
I can see you with the hat.
Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. That's why. I'm feeling good. The wardrobe reflects how I'm feeling. I'm feeling good. I'm not tense. I maybe should have got the jacket, but maybe on Sunday I'll dress in all black for the funeral if we pick up the win. You see what I mean? But
I'll carry the coffin, right?
or we'll hire those dancing Africans. Yeah. So guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Dave's channel. The links would be in the respective descriptions. Make sure you smash a like on the video. Share it with a friend. May the best team win. Good luck to you, Dave. You know,
cheers, bro. Absolutely.
Yeah,
best team win on the day. Let's hope it's a good game of football.
Let's hope.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
I don't want no VAR drama or anything. I don't want no refereeing blunders or anything. I want a good game. So with that being said, thanks for watching. From your boy Dominicrich, Dave LFC Chats. Peace out.
Cheers.
Rich Squad.